Why, hello, and welcome to an episode of Big Bonding Brush with CNK. That's me, Chrissy Noel Kinslow. Yes, today we're going to do Claude Monet, and I have the painting tipped on its side because that's how we're going to paint it. We're going to actually paint it starting this direction. It's going to be fabulous. And then we won't flip it until the end. Super, super fun. What are you going to need for your painting today? You're going to need acrylics. We have orange, yellow, green, white, and I have a couple different shades of blue. And I'm going to make even more shades from there. I have water because we are using acrylic. I have a canvas, although you can use whatever your little heart desires. Paint this on the refrigerator if you'd like. We have an easel, so you can use an easel or you can paint flat. I have my variety of paintbrushes. I love my flats. I got a big flat, a medium flat, and a small flat. I have a small round and some tiny rounds for details. Yep. And I have a palette in which to put my paint on. I need to peel it. It's about time for a peeling. So I use glass. You can use whatever you want. If you use a plate, certain size plates, you can slip them inside of Ziploc bags, which is really nice if you're going to be painting and pausing and painting and pausing, which I anticipate you will be doing. I do not have any music set. It's time for you to set your music. And today, like I said, we're painting Claude Monet Autumn Effect at Argentile. And here we did the miniature masterpiece. In miniature masterpiece. This goes up for auction the first Friday of the month in the Acute Auction House. It's at 8 o'clock live on YouTube. And that is also where I will be raffling off one of these paintings once a month. So that's for all my lucky subscribers. So now that we got all that business out of the way, I do have Claude Monet here in the house. Claude. Yep. All right. This was originally made in 1873, and we are going to reproduce it right now. We're going to start with blue. Blues and whites. We have, I don't know, I'm going to do a few different shades right now. We want to make enough also to cover quite a bit of this canvas. I'm also getting this dark blue out because I have it. You can mix all these different blues. The thing is that this is the first painting that Claude Monet rejected using any black in his painting. So there's no sharp edges, and yeah, there's no black, except for, I don't know, I see his name sign there, so I'm gonna have to argue with that one. It could be a very, 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 very dark blue, and that's how we'll sign today. All right, so there we go. All right, 2 colors of blue. To actually, if you want to get all crazy, it's ultramarine blue and blue. Okay, I am going to use my bigger flat brush, get it wet because paintbrushes like to be wet, and I'm going to make I'm going to make a little bit lighter of a blue. So I'm just going to take some of this blue over to the white. Not all of it. I'll mix that baby up right there. That's a lovely, lovely color blue. All right. That's nice. Beep, 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 beep. Here we go. So, starting on the top, we're just going to paint all the way across, just to get that covered. Okay, and that's a pretty dark. Fan it down a little bit so you don't have a straight line. That's a really dark blue. The dark blue is up here on the top and down here at the bottom, or on the sides. So let's go pretty close to the bottom on the side, all the way, like so. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. I can tell already this is going to be a super poppy. This just reminds you where you kind of need to be. All right, so we have darkness. Darkness prevails. We have darkness, a little darker down through here. And see, I'm not going all the way down to the bottom. Actually. And then we're going to, there's this dark strip that's center. So let's find the center. Brr. Is that straight? Whoa. Sorry, I'm in front of the camera. If I am. But that looks pretty good. This is very white and light through here, so I'm not even gonna bother. There we go. Now let's bring some of this dark over here. And it's going to gradually start going lighter. So I'm going to pick up just a little bit of white. And then a little bit more white. Don't want to go too white. And you can wrap around the edges too. But it's just gradually getting a little lighter. Let's go. And blend that. Bring it around the edges. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's pick up some of that white on that dirty brush right there. And come down about right here. Make sure you leave that strip in there. And then blend it down. So we're very much blended right here, but we won't be. We're going to get some nice brush strokes in there, and it will be quite lovely. Make sure that when you're doing your blending that you come around all the way around the top too. There we go. That's looking quite nice. Quite nice, if I do say so myself. All right, so let's get these nice little clouds painted in here. Just with that same dirty brush. I'm focusing on the white. And I'm just starting to get them pounced in. And I'm going to go around the edges. I don't know this technique, what it's called. I call it pouncing. And there's some defined clouds through here, and then it just kind of all fades down. So get that initial paint on, and then we'll smoosh it around. There we go. Now let's get it kind of smushed. Let's get some water. Don't really clean it off all the way. Tamp it off a little bit so you're not dripping. That way we can get some blending going on here. Your clouds are not going to be exactly like Claude's clouds. This is your day. You could even make it kind of a rainy day. This is a very bright, beautiful, beautiful sunny day in France. You know what's really cool is that Claude actually painted from a boat. He had a boat. He constructed a little art studio on his boat so that he could paint outdoors, but still, but be safe and enclosed. I just think that's really cool. Imagine him out here on this boat. Pretty cool. All right. Let's get some more white in there, certain spots. And I'm going to move to a little bit smaller of a paintbrush. I'm just using a smaller flat, picking up some more white. There we go. And you do not, by any means, have to use the same paintbrush that I'm using. If there's something that you're like, I think this would work a little better, then by all means, use it. Wow. It always makes such a difference when I put glasses on. Also, if you get too carried away with the clouds, you can always go back through and darken it up with some of your original blue, which I will probably do. I did get a little carried away. Just kind of mushing them around a little bit. Mushing those poofy clouds. Beautiful day. You want to see the brush strokes. We got everything nice and blended in originally, but now you really want to see these brush strokes. All right. Great. And now I'm going to pick up a little bit of that blue, the original blue that I started with. And just kind of darken up some of those spots. Don't forget that you do go darker down as you go along. As you get closer to the horizon line. All right. I think I'm done working that sky there. And I'm feeling pretty happy about it. Okay, let's move to the water. And so we're going to go back to our white with our dirty brush, smaller dirty brush, and getting it about right here. We've got this little outcrop of a building up on top, Another kind of white spot right there. Oh, kind of cruises along here. This is the town. Just kind of build it up. We'll be doing some layers in there. But we need to know where those buildings are placed. Let's pull out a small brush. I'm not sure, but this may be a church steeple, perhaps. And that's about midway point. So get that point in there. And a little more of the city, town. Never been to France, would love to go. All right, so that is going to show you where you need to focus. Make sure you leave that dark spot in there. Focus your white lines. All right, and then this, those brush strokes in there, lighter. There are an occasional light streak down here from the reflection of the clouds. Let's get that wet a little bit. A little more blended. All right. Yay! Okay, got that blended. Let's go back through with some white and get that highlighted better through there. We get a little more white. A little more white. All right. Little flecks here and there, here and there, here and there. All right. Sweet. Digging it, digging it, digging it. Okay, let's pick up some other blues. Let's make some more blues, shall we? Okay. It's even darker down here, so I'm going to take some of that ultramarine and make it it a little bit lighter. Ooh, dang. It's like a purple, super yummy purple, of which there's, ooh, yum. Nah. There's just like little bits and pieces. I'm actually going to go to a smaller brush. Little. Just doing a little bit of accenting of the town. Popping on some rooftops. A little bit of dots. And then that being said, just little glimmers of that purple down in through the reflection. It's kind of a nice little purple hue off of the town. All right, let's kind of smush that in a little bit. Ooh, got some water dripping. This is the water scene. Embrace that water. Yeah. That's nice. Okay. Now let's get a little bit of this original blue up through here. A little more rooftops. Adding a little detail here and there. Awesome. Great, and then we'll just go through a little bit of yellow in there. Okay, so get rid of that paintbrush. Moving on to my small flat. It actually looks more like a filbert. You know the difference between a filbert and a flat? Filbert is curved on the edges. All right. I am going to take a little bit of this ultramarine blue and add it to my blue. Ooh, that's nice. We're going to get some strokes in here along the bottom. I'm doing it blindly. Look at me go. Just getting some darker strokes in there. Claude Monet was known as the father of Impressionism. Did you know that? Point of interest. I'm going to get a little bit of this up in here. Ooh, just a tiny, teeny bit. Oh my. That might have been a little too much. I am going to get some up over and through here, all along the kind of top, and mush it around. Let's get a little darker. Awesome. Excellent. Claude Monet was really famous for his haystacks. Did a lot of haystacks. Actually, one of his haystacks paintings from his series sold for $110.7 million. Crazy, right? I think it's just so darn cool. Gives me hope. Let's mix up another hue here. Shall we do white and a little bit of that blue? The blue. Making just a little darker. And let's go through here. Get some brush strokes in there. I love Impressionism. Van Gogh. I mean, it's just, you know, it's so freeing. Really cannot do any wrong. Cannot do wrong. I'm going both ways. And I'm also going to go through here. And then just kind of, I need to fuzz that up a little bit. Fuzz it up. There we go. It's just not so aggressive. See, that's better. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. Happy with all of that. Are you ready to move on to the green? I am. Shake it up, baby, now. Ready for a joke? Seeing how we're pulling out the green? That makes absolutely no sense. But, why was the art dealer in debt? Do you know? He didn't have any Monet. Pom. All right. Enough of those shenanigans. Let's get moving. All right. I'm going to start over here on the left side. And then we will go to the right side. But I have my medium. And we don't want that green color. So let's just bring over some of that. I have white with a little bit of that blue. I'm going to mix that up. That'll work. That'll work for me. Kind of a nice little olive color. Right? Okay. So the tip of the tree goes right here. Let's go all the way down with a line down to the horizon. Right? And let's get that filled in. Just gradually fill it in. That way you're not ending up with this big green crazy bush. Looking like that, right? And then there is foliage. 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 Is that the word I'm looking for? There's a bush. It goes all the way along the horizon. Don't forget around the edges. Like so. And then this side, right up to this house, we have bush. Sweet. Digging it. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to take that same color green and I am going to duplicate down here in the water, but it's going to be a little smudgier. So down here, we're just going to go through with some green strips. It's just the reflection. And we're try to stay within similar shape, like so. And then let's take a look here. Okay, about like that. Just want a mirror image, but a faded mirror image. Okay. Some more strips in here. And I'm going to get my brush wet. And just kind of smudge it around a little bit. Blend it. There we go. Awesome. All right. We need to pick up a little bit of yellow. We can pick up a little bit of blue as well. I think I even want to bring that tree up just a little bit more. I'm going to wrap it around the top. And that being said, a little bit of line over there. Little bush. Sweet. Let's get some yellow. And then we also want to use some blue in our tree. Padam. Ooh. The whole point of this painting is expressing one's perception, your perception before you're expressing the nature. Does that make sense? Let's just get some of that green. That's what Impressionism is, or the yellow. That's what Impressionism is all about. So this tree has got a lot of specklings of yellows, greens, the bush. Also we'll have some oranges. Just get a little bit of, I'm just gonna get my brush wet. Tap it off a little bit. And then just go through. It's just a little, I don't know, not so aggressive. Got little lines. Yeah. Digging it. Okay. Let's pick up a little bit of blue. I don't know. Seems like there's just like, yeah. There we go. Whoa. Interesting. Make sure you turn your paintbrush every now and again. That looks like some kind of a weird apple tree. So I'm gonna get that wet and just smush that around a little bit. Oh yeah. Nice. I see a little bit of that purple here and there. Whoa. Hi there, purple. Aquamarine. All right, let's do a little bit of this. Down through here. There. Should have done a little teeny bit of that. Oh, purple. Oh, wow. Aggressive. There we go. A little bit of that light purple. Seems like we've got it's a little kind of darker on this side. All right. How I could work this bush until the cows come home. I'm gonna call it. Let's get some orange out. Oy, oy. Yep. We're there, folks. There we go. A little bit of orange. Orange. With my dirty brush, I'm going to pick up just a little teeny bit of orange. Right, gotta get that orange in there. I'll wash it a little bit in here. A little bit. Impressionism. Love impressionism. Sweet. Let's get a lid. I'm going to get a smaller brush. Get a little teeny bit of orange in through here, through the little town. orange here. Kind of want a dirtied orange. Some orange through here. Some orange through there. Push it around a little bit. Ooh, high water. High water. That being said, we need to bring just a little bit of that orange down through here. I don't know what happened. We're just going to go like that. I don't know. Yellow. There we go. Don't get too crazy now. Wow. And then we just want a little teeny, just a little reflection. All right, good, awesome. Okay, let's go with the orange. Actually, before I go orange, seeing my clouds, I really not digging them. It's feeling very choppy through there. So I'm gonna try to fix that a little bit to my liking. There we go. Maybe. There. Those edges just seem so aggressive in the sky. Wasn't digging it. Wasn't digging the vibe. All right, let's go orange. We don't want to go with this solid orange. Take our big brush. I didn't completely clean it. I'm going to take some of this yellow, bloop, over to the orange. Some more yellow. There we go. And some of that blue got picked up, which made it really nice. Kind of a autumn pumpkin. Yum. Right? All right. Are you ready for this? We're going to do one side first. And we're going to start right here. And we're going to do it. And we're going to do it. And we're going to go. One. Comes out a little more. And around to the edges. Go all the way down to the edge. All right. And then you can do the same thing down here. I'm going to start with let's get a smaller brush too, because we just want brush strokes, right? There we go. Okay, back to the big brush. filled in. Ooh, getting noisy. All right, let's do it to the other side. There we go. Ready? Let's flip it. Like that. It's so dirty. I'm gonna put it down here like that. Ooh. Alright, my coffee. Okay. I'll go up here on the top. There we go. Okay. Now that we've flipped it, let's flip our image. There we go. And there's not a lot that we need to do here. Not a lot. There we go. Okay. Let's just make sure we get some more thorough coverage. All right, so I'm going to go through and just do a little bit of yellow. Uh-huh. Super nice, super nice. Right, and then we need to do a little bit over here. Little strokes. And a little teeny bit of pouncing. Pouncing. Okay. We also have some little bit of green through here. So we'll go like that. And like that. A little teeny bit here. I was just removing a little bit of paint. You can do that. Just kind of wipe it off. You can also use a dry brush to remove paint. But everything I've done now there, I'm going to go through on this side and do the same. Get a little bit of color in there. Not as... This is a great way to do reflections, is like, rather than focusing top bottom, it was kind of side to side. There we go. That is pretty good. And I'm feeling really good about that. Let's see, do I want to put any more? I can go through and do some additional little watermarks through here. Peeking through. Or break up those big strokes. You really don't see a whole heck of a lot else that needs to be done here. That being said, it's time to flip it for the final time. Flip it. I'm going to flip it and leave it down here too because I really made a mess. All right, and there we have it. Claude Monet's Autumn Effect at Argentile. Argentile. I've never been good at foreign languages. Here we go. Make sure we sign it. And I said I was going to sign in blue, but I'm not going to. I'm going to sign in this really pretty orange that we created. Hey, if you had a good time, please subscribe. Please share. Spread the word. These are free paint parties that you can paint and pause all day long. Challenge yourself to paint these masterpieces. This is an emulation, not imitation. The whole point is to find your brushstroke and have a good time. So I hope you had a good time. And yeah, make sure that you tune in to Miniature Masterpiece every 10th, 20th, and 30th of the month. We're going to have a brand new painting, a miniature version, and then the big bonding brush version. Super exciting. First Friday of every month is the Acute Auction House, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So make sure you tune into that. I hope you had a really good time. Until I see you next time, stay creative.